Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the match reaction for Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4. We would have done this last night, apologies, but I was so tired when we got back from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium yesterday. So we are bringing it today, and you guys, as always, are going to be able to have your say on the game and all things Chelsea. I will pin the link to the top of the chat very, very shortly. As always, people, make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. All of that good stuff. Run those likes up. Get involved in the chat as well. What a day. What a day yesterday. What a match. What mentality shown by the boys. Brilliant performances all round. Palmer exceptional. Fernandez brilliant. Sancho, Neto. All top performances. And we showed that real big mentality to come back from 2 goals down after a really difficult first 15 minutes in which we probably had our worst 15 minutes of the season. We couldn't really have that at a worse point in time, but we showed character, we showed mentality, we showed never say die attitude, we didn't panic. There were loads and loads of positives to take, and we made it 4 Premier League wins in a row, moved outright into second place now following Arsenal's draw against Fulham earlier in the day. We're now 4 points behind Liverpool, who have got a game in hand. Obviously, Merseyside derby postponed on Saturday. And right now, things are just really, really good at Chelsea. There's nothing not to like. Everything is going very, very well. The manager's likable. The team's likable. The fans have built, a great connection with the players and the manager. And everything is going really, really well for us right now. And it's been a while since we felt this way, but it's great to be happy. It's great to be talking in a positive light about Chelsea again. It's great to be praising the players. It's great to be praising the manager. All these things. Just what a day. Chelsea-Tottenham games at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, not boring, are they? The 4-1 last year was crazy. This game, 4-3, equally as crazy as well in its own way. Arguably, there could have been a couple of red cards. Caicedo may be fortunate not to be sent off. Kulusevski fortunate not to see red for that elbow on Lavia. Couple of penalties, Panenka's, Spurs fans chucking stuff at Palmer when he's trying to take corners. The game had it all. And, there's got to be one winner. And as is always the case with Chelsea versus Tottenham, the only winner is the Blues. It's what we do. It's what happens when we go there. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't slightly worried when we found ourselves 2 goals down in the first sort of 10, 12 minutes after Cucurella had his ice skates on, it seemed, instead of his boots. I presume the studs that he had on were just too short. And he slipped over a couple of times, which did prove costly. Although, having said that, the slip didn't cost us the goals. It obviously let Tottenham in a dangerous area, but I do think we could have defended better. Absolutely could have defended better. Speaking of that first goal, Colwell should be doing a little bit better. I also think that Sanchez could have done better on that first goal. He dives the complete wrong way. I'm not really too sure what he's thinking. And then that second goal, maybe we should show Kulusevski down the line rather than showing him inside and allowing him to have a shot. But, at the end of the day, we responded really strongly. Brilliant goal from Jadon Sancho to half a deficit before half-time. Then in the second half, it's obviously, 2 penalties for Palmer. I don't know what perhaps Sarr and Basuma were thinking in the box, just completely idiotic, brain-dead decision-making. Basuma going to ground, hacking down Caicedo. And then when Palmer's going nowhere, Sarr just pushes him over. Didn't really make any sort of sense. Enzo Fernandez again on the score sheet, his 3rd goal in 4 games. And everything seems to be going in the right direction right now. I'm not quite sure how this is happening. I'm not quite sure why this is happening, but it feels great that it is happening. And, we're in a really, really positive position right now as we move forward towards, the busy Christmas fixtures. We've picked up 4 wins in a row now. That's Leicester, Villa, Southampton, and now Tottenham. That's 4 wins in a row since that November international break. And that's all you could ask for. I remember saying before the international break, when we played Newcastle, we played Liverpool, we played United, we played Arsenal. We picked up 5 points from 12. Probably wanted a few more, but I said after the break, we need to hit the ground running and we need to win those first 3 or 4 games. We have won every single one of those games, and we are playing brilliant football. We're scoring goals for fun. And right now, life is really good as a Chelsea fan. There's literally nothing to complain about, nothing to worry about. Everything's going in the right direction. And you go into games with a feeling that you're not going to lose, which we've not had for a long time. I think the fear factor is potentially back around Chelsea right now. So yeah, all in all, a really positive performance. So many, big things to take from that game. And this Chelsea team is doing something special right now, something that no one expected us to do. Yes, defensively we're a bit shaky. Yes, we obviously need a new goalkeeper, and I think we are 2 or 3 positions away from really mounting a serious challenge. But right now we're taking it game by game, see where it takes us, and then look. Do you know what? If we get to a situation where, say, come February, March, maybe even April, we're kind of 4 to 6 points behind, then maybe you reassess and say, you know what, potentially we can do something. But right now, I'm more interested in the gap between us and 5th place than I am between the gap between us and Liverpool in 1st. I want to make sure we get that Champions League football. And right now, the table is looking pretty good for us. Let me just get to a few things in the chat, guys. I'll bring the table up. Make sure you're running the likes up as well, people. Let's get this to 50 likes, and then I'll open the lines up for you guys to come in and have your say. Yes, Alex, big up, brother. Hope you're doing well. London is blue, Spurs get about every go. Yeah, brilliant week for us. Brilliant week. Yes, hello. Brenton, big up, brother. Big up. We're so scared by the Palmer. I don't know why you keep writing this. We need to sell a centre-back to buy a better right centre-back option. Yeah, look, the Sassy, I think, will be the obvious one to leave. I think I said it in the studio on Chelsea Fan TV the other week. I think the Sassy and Tosin will both leave in the summer, and another centre-back will come in. We'll have Fofana, Colwell, Badiashile, plus whoever we sign, and then Vega could be an emergency option as a 5th choice if we need it. I think Tosin and Tosin and Disasi will both be gone in the summer, in my view. Yes, big up. Thank you. Yeah, we absolutely need a new keeper. It was football heritage. It is football heritage. It's what happens. This is what we do. Goalkeeper, centre-back and striker, and this squad is completed. I agree. The squad is very, very good. The quality's there. We've got the personnel. We've got the players. It's just now about adding those final little pieces, and then we really are set to challenge, I think, next year and over the coming years. This year, whatever we do is a bonus, but next year and the year after, my expectations are going to go up for sure. Yes, big up, brother. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it certainly feels that way. Son's contract ending by the end of the season. I don't think Son's contract's ending at the end of the season. I think it ends in 26. So yeah, no, I don't think Son's contract's ending at the end of the season. I mean, I could be wrong. Yes, big up, brother. Yeah, it certainly does. You get that feeling. Fans are happy, looking forward to going to the games. You just want the games to come thick and fast. You look forward to watching us play. We're playing good football, and there's a real buzz around the place, a real feel-good vibe, and it's great to have that back after what can only be described as 2 very, very difficult years. But do you know what? Sometimes you've got to go through the hard times to get to the good ones, and it certainly seems that way with us at the moment. I still think Nkunku's better than Jackson. He's not for what we're looking for. I was concerned and worried when I said Badiashile. I wasn't worried or anything. He's a better option than Tosin and a better option than Disasi. Yeah, he didn't look particularly comfortable on that right side in the first half, but Maresca made that tactical switch at the break, and obviously, that worked a lot better with Badiashile and Colwell swapping sides. Gusto coming in for Lavia, and then Caicedo switching into the midfield. That did help us out for sure. Just little things like that. Everything Maresca's doing is really working right now. Yeah, I think Jorgensen needs to be given an opportunity of running the team. I don't know at this point what it's going to take for Robert Sanchez to be dropped, but we need to find out what it's going to take. We need to know. Reckon Reece would have been the idea for right centre back, but both him and Fernandez. Well, look, I don't think Reece will play right centre back. Reece will play right back. Maybe he will tuck in and form a back three or whatever. But look, I'm not thinking about Reece right now. We do need another centre back, and we will get one. If we play with a three at the back on the attack, then the right centre back, left centre back has to be right foot, left foot. No, it doesn't not work. That you can play two left footers, you can play two right footers, whatever you want it to be. Like that can work. That's not something ridiculous at all. That's not something ridiculous at all. I get it. People generally want to have one left footer, one right footer, but you can play two left footers, play two right footers. If you've got the right quality there, and if the players are good enough on the ball. I know footballers are going to have a stronger foot, but the top ones are going to be equally as good on both feet, or at least have a strong weaker foot. So yeah, that's definitely something that needs to be improved. Seeing all the Palmer hate because he scored 2 pens by rival fans when he still had the most dribbles, chances created, and won the most duels. Yeah, it's weird, mate. Haters are going to hate. It's a weird one, that. It really is, because when you look at it, last time I checked, a penalty was still a goal. Penalties are harder to score than tap-ins. So I don't really get it. I really don't get it. But people were sort of losing their minds. Oh my God, Palmer's out of form. He hadn't got a goal contribution in 3 games. Now he's scored 3. Now he's scored what? 3 goals in the last 4 matches. He scored against Villa. He scored against Southampton, and he scored twice. He's got 4 goals in the last 3 matches now. So he's back. He's contributing. He's playing at his brilliant best again. And you know what? Players are going to go through ups and downs. Players are going to have off moments. That really isn't too much of an issue, as far as I'm concerned. And certainly someone like Palmer is allowed to have an off day. He really is. He's really allowed to have an off day. No issue at all for me on that one. If anyone's allowed to have a couple of off games where he doesn't really contribute an awful lot, then Cole Palmer is absolutely that guy. But yeah, look, let's bring the table up, guys, and let's have a quick look at the Premier League table to see the state of play right now with what we are doing. I will bring that up on screen because the first objective, as we've said, guys, is get back into the Champions League, and we've put ourselves in a very healthy position here. Now, teams that I thought would be competing for the top 4 spots, you're looking at your Newcastles, your Tottenhams, and your Villas, right? Those are the 3 sides that you think, yeah, they're going to be competing in and around for that 4th space. Okay. And you look at the gap we've got now. So not only is the gap to 5th already 6 points, the gap to Villa is what? 6 points now? 5. Yeah, the gap to Villa is 6 points. The gap to Tottenham is 11. The gap to Tottenham and Newcastle is 11 points, and the gap to Aston Villa is 6 points. So already we're at 6 and 11 points ahead, respectively, of teams that we feel are gonna challenge for those Champions League places. So already I'm looking at that gap and I'm thinking, this is great news. I think now already Tottenham won't finish above us and Newcastle won't finish above us. I think we can confidently say that right now, that those 2 teams are not going to overturn 11 points on us. So we're going to finish ahead of those 2 teams in my mind. We're 6 clear of Villa now, which, is a good gap to start building. And look, yes, we're 4 points clear of Man City. We're 2 points clear of Arsenal. I'm still looking at just finishing in that top 4. That's the objective this season, and people can try and push, the title contenders, the title challengers narrative, but I'm not getting on board with that at all. I'm not getting on board with that until we find ourselves in a situation, say February, March time, where we might be 5 or 6 points behind, and then we revisit and we decide what we think what we think might be attainable then. But right now, we're just taking it game by game, and it's working really well. Yes, big up. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate it. Yeah, we absolutely are. Yeah, I'll be on there tonight, 7:30. I'm only on for half an hour because I've got to jump on another show at 8. But I will be on there, mate, at 7:30 for half hour. Liverpool fans getting annoyed about Carragher when he clearly said Palmer has been But he has though. Like he's got the most goal contributions in the Premier League since he joined the club. So I don't get why that's a ridiculous thing to say. He's been better than Saka, he's been better than Mohamed Salah, and he's been better than Erling Haaland in the last 18 months. No one's saying he's a better player than those players overall. That's a separate conversation. But that is not a ridiculous thing to say that Cole Palmer has been the best player in the Premier League for the past 18 months. That is absolutely factually correct when you look at the evidence. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, but if we invert one fullback, then a centre back that is on the outside should have a stronger foot there. Yeah, of course. But in an ideal world, yes. Yeah, look, we absolutely should be getting a world-class keeper. Whether Chelsea think they've already got a world-class keeper on their books, then that remains to be seen. But yeah, we can't continue with Robert Sanchez for much longer. Oh, mate, so would I. And that's not a lowering of standards. That's the next step in the right direction. People are trying to run before they can walk. We finished 12th and then we finished 6th. The next stage is to get back into the Champions League and become a top 4 side. And then we build from there. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. Yes, mate. Hope you're doing well. So it's been a common theme in the big games, United away, Arsenal home. We have shown brilliant mentality to get back into games. Yeah, we have. And that's the biggest difference about this team this season is there's that belief and there's that trust there that if we do go behind in a game, if we do go goals down, you don't think the game's over. You always believe and feel that, this team will get back into the game and will get something. And that's a really positive position to be in and a real big mentality shift as well from the last couple of seasons. Yeah, Brentford have won their last 3 visits to Stamford Bridge, but having said that, they've taken 1 point away from home all season. They've had one. Their away form is dreadful. They've lost 6 games on the road. 6 losses they've had. All their losses this season have been away from home. 6 losses away from home and just the 1 draw. So yeah, yes, records have got to change at some point, but I look. This is obviously a big game on Sunday against Brentford, but you look at it and you sort of think, well, yeah, do you know what? We should be winning that game, and that will be an indication of how far we've come as a side. If we're able to win games like Brentford, win games like Everton away, 2 fixtures that we have really struggled with over the last few seasons. So it's really important that we do get that sorted. That is really, really important. So yeah, I wouldn't say they were a joke. I like Colwell. Badia Shield's obviously not completely comfortable on that side, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I don't think he's terrible. Badia Shield is getting better, starting to get back to some of the form that he'd shown in his first 6 months at the football club. But yeah, look, we do need one more. There's no denying that. No, Brentford won't be easy. I agree. We still need a trophy this season. Yep, we do. Yesterday showed that we still need another top striker to push Jackson. I hope top striker's not going to happen. I'm almost certain of that. I'm almost certain that a top striker won't be pulling up at Chelsea. That's my feeling. I think we're going down a different route now. I think the time to get Osimhen was the summer. It didn't happen. And I now don't see that one happening. I think Chelsea will go for a striker to challenge Jackson, to offer a different profile to Jackson. Someone like a Liam Delap, for example, a Delap and Omarodion, that kind of striker. Someone that's not going to be an outright first choice over Jackson, but someone that's, offers a different profile and someone that's going to be able to challenge him in games. Yeah, I've got absolutely no idea. Maybe because it's coming up to Christmas time and Sky want to do like a triple header on a Sunday or something. Maybe they're going to have like a 1:30 or a 2 or 4:30 and then a 7 or something. Maybe that's the thinking behind it. I'm not entirely sure. That won't happen either. Yeah, we're not far away. We're definitely not far away. We need 1 or 2 more players, and then we can start to think about things. No, he's fine. Maresca said they didn't want to take any risks with him. Lavia is absolutely fine. I imagine that he'll be absolutely ready for Brentford. He's not in the Conference League squad for Thursday anyway, so that doesn't make any difference. That doesn't make any difference whatsoever on on that one. So yeah, we will see on that one. We will see. What else is being said in the chat? Yeah, there it was. He's obviously pissed that he was taken off, but it's all these little things, all these really good man management things, all these really good man management things. I look at Visser from Brentford. Yeah, look, someone like an Visser on Mbeumo, Mbeumo is doing very well. I think he will be at a big club next season. Yeah, no, they will be on TV. That'll be an Amazon game. All the Christmas fixtures are on TV. Guys, make sure you smash that like button. We are 20 likes away from 50. At 50 likes, I'm going to open the lines for the call-in show. So make sure you are smashing that like button. It's free. It takes seconds to do. And I, of course, would really, really appreciate it. So please make sure you run it up. Remember when Liverpool bought Alisson? Yeah, that's exactly what we are right now. We are an Alisson and a Van Dijk situation away from being contenders. We absolutely are. Look, never say never in football, but there's been no links whatsoever with Chelsea and Santiago Jimenez. I just don't see it happening, personally. But if it does happen somehow and I'm wrong, then fair enough. But I really don't see it happening in my personal point of view. Our defence will cost us points sooner or later, just not going to carry on like this. Look, on the defence is interesting, right? Because I was chatting about this the other day. Defensively, yeah, is definitely our weakest point, right? But if I bring the table up, I think we get an unfair rap defensively because our defensive record is one of the best in the league. We've conceded 18 goals this season, right? So that's the same as Nottingham Forest. So look, Liverpool got the best defence. So that's first, Arsenal with 15, second. Us and Forest have conceded 18 goals. So we've got the joint third best defence in the Premier League, along with Manchester United as well. So this idea that Chelsea are poor defensively is actually not true. We've got the third best defensive record in the Premier League this season, joint third best defensive record. And if you look at the goals that we've conceded, right, how many of those goals are actually from teams that have carved us open? How many? There's not many. A few of those are penalties, and obviously a number of those are also individual mistakes as well. So I look at that, and I don't think that, look, can we improve defensively? Absolutely. But the defense isn't anywhere near as bad as what people make out. I'm not saying it doesn't need improvement. It absolutely does. And I'm not saying that it's not the weakest part of the team, because it absolutely is. But you know, I don't think we're anywhere near as bad defensively as what a lot of people make out. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, guys, run those likes up. What are we on? 33 likes. Guys, we need to get this to 50 likes, and then the lines will open for the call-in show, people. The lines will open for the call-in show, so make sure you are running that up. Make sure you're running those likes up, people. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So, yeah, run it up, and then you guys can come in and have your say. I'm not sure I've already covered this, but would you agree that Tosin has to start at right centre back over Badiashile? No, I wouldn't necessarily agree on that. No, I don't think Tosin's been particularly amazing at all. I think Badiashale's a better defender than him. But so let's wait and see. Yeah, but you could say that about any team, though. Like, you know, look, other teams haven't taken their chances, but that's not our problem. You know, all teams are going to make defensive mistakes. We've got the third best defensive record in the Premier League this season, and I just don't think we're anywhere near as bad defensively as what a lot of people think. I've always said it. And there's people that watch regularly. I've always said it. When fully fit and playing his best, Fofana is Chelsea's best centre back. I think he's probably been our best centre back this season. And you know, I was shutting people down who were trying to say earlier on in the season, oh, Tosin's got to be playing, Tosin's better than him. It should be a Tosin-Colwell partnership and whatever. No. It absolutely shouldn't be. And you can see how much Fofana was missed yesterday. You can really, really see it. Yeah, it's mad. The record there is incredible. That's 6 wins. We've had 8 visits there in the Premier League. 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. And the only loss was in that Graham Potter era when we lost 2-0. And I think it was a lunchtime kickoff and it was an absolute shambles. But yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, our record there is exceptional. It is 3-point lane. We know it. We know exactly what it takes. And yeah, it's quite something, and it really was an exceptional afternoon. Yes, big up, brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, guys, come on. We can do so much better on these likes. It's not hard to like the video, for fuck's sake, people. So then let's do that. Let's just go and like the video. Come on, guys. That's yeah. No, it is. It absolutely is. But I was really he did, but he improved more because Maresca switched him and Colwell round. So Maresca put Colwell to the right-hand side and Badiashile to the left side at half-time. And then, obviously, Gusto come on for Lavia, Caicedo moving into midfield, and Badiashile looks a lot more comfortable. He just needs to develop his weaker side. He didn't look particularly comfortable in that first half playing on his weaker side. So, yeah, that's an area that, obviously, he needs to improve in his game. But Maresca obviously thinks he's better than Tosin, obviously thinks he's better than Badiashile. So, than Disasi, sorry. So that's why he's playing. And I think it's pretty hard to argue against that. I really do. I really do think it's quite difficult to argue against that. So yeah, let's wait and see how that develops over the course of the season. I'm glad Chelsea are becoming a team no one wants to face after that Fernandez goal. Yep, the team spirit is brilliant. The squad morale is great. Cole Palmer spoke about the squad morale after the game yesterday as well, saying, it's really good right now. We've won 5 in a row. And we just need to keep winning. We just need to keep doing well. We need to keep doing our thing. But yeah, this Chelsea team does feel like it's serious. This Chelsea team feels like something special. Feels like something special is being built. Maresca can seemingly do no wrong, and you just want this to continue for as long as possible. That's what you really want at the end of the day. Yes, thank you, bro. We must find it. Yeah, no, we do. We absolutely do. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. We miss Fofana. But look, we've managed to win all our games so far without him. So yeah, we will obviously we will wait and see. But I'm looking at this and I think everything's good about the team at the moment. Yes, defensively is our weakest area, and we can certainly improve there. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. There's a lot of positives. Defensively, we're good, but we can be much better. And so yeah, let's keep on moving in the right direction. Another game coming up Thursday. Interesting to see what squad gets sent to Kazakhstan. It's a long trip. It's going to be like -8 out there at the moment. It's not really the sort of game that would be given. But we're there. Yeah, but that quite possibly could be a Christmas miracle. It absolutely could be. When you score as many goals as we do, though, that's that can kind of cancel us out conceding any. I feel like most games we're going to score 2 or 3 goals minimum. I feel like every time we go forward, particularly yesterday in that second half, I felt like we were going to score. And we're in a real sweet spot at the moment with what we're doing right now. We're in a real sweet spot. Players are gelling well. Managers getting everything right. Yeah, I think we got away with one potentially there, but then also Kulusevski's elbow on Lavia should have been a red card as well. So, both teams were lucky not to go down to 10. And that was that really. But yeah, I do think those, you've certainly seen those given, and you've certainly seen a way in which it could have easily on another day been ended up being a 10v10. But it wasn't an awful challenge. It was one way you think, or a little bit lucky to get away with that one, because you've definitely seen them given in the past. This game showed us something to this striker too when Jackson's not firing. Yeah, look, I do agree on that. Yeah, that must have been tough for him, but he should be used to that by now. By that though, he must be used to that by now. That's the history of the Tottenham, as they say. That's that's what they do. That is what they do. But we can't say the final was missed yesterday. If Cuckoo had them boots on, Spurs wouldn't have capitalised. Yeah, look, and this is my thing, right? People go, oh, Spurs gave you 2 penalties. Well, hang on a second. They were legitimate penalties, and they made stupid decisions by committing those fouls. No one seems to mention that we Cucurella let Tottenham in by slipping twice. What did Tottenham create outside of those? Outside of Cucurella slipping twice? Next to nothing. Son had a shot in the first half that went over the bar. Other than that, Tottenham created virtually nothing in that game. I think Palmer said it himself afterwards as well. I cannot think of any chances Tottenham created that weren't gifted to them by us. One maybe with Son over the bar. So yeah, the narrative is not narrativing. No, Jackson didn't have the best game yesterday. I agree that. Yeah, Sancho has been absolutely brilliant. When you look at Sancho's stats, how hard he's working for the team at the moment. Everything's going really well with Sancho. And this team is just so likable, really enjoyable to watch. There's a real togetherness there, and it's always great. It seems always great when the players come over and applaud the away fans at the end. And that team spirit and that togetherness is going a long way, and I think that really helps us on the football pitch as well. Really, really helps us. So yeah, that's great to see as well. There's just so much to like right now, and Jadon Sancho he's got this narrative of being a lazy player. He doesn't track back. He's got an attitude. I'm seeing none of that attitude at Chelsea. I'm seeing none of that laziness. He's working hard for the team, and he's genuinely happy to be here. And we are seeing some really good stuff from him. Brentford have parked the bus and go 1-0 down from a set piece written all over them. No, I don't know. I'm not thinking about that game right now. If we come second come January, we will not be in a title race. I go the Maresca's word. Yeah, look, I'm not thinking about a title race at all. If we are a few points behind come March, April time, I'll rethink it. But right now, game by game. Honestly, at 2-0 down, who thought we'd come back? Yeah, look, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I wasn't worried. I was a bit concerned when you're 2 down so early on. But I always had faith that this team was going to come back, because every time we've gone behind in games this season, we've hit back quickly. And Sancho gets a goal back 6-7 minutes after we went 2 down. And I didn't have any doubts about us getting back into the game and getting something from it, because that's what we do. And it's what Tottenham do as well. Bro, to be fair, it could be worse. It could be worse, couldn't it? Thomas Frank, Brentford sets up similar to Villa. Yeah, they're not good away from home, though. I reckon we have had 1 win in our last 3 games against Brentford. That team is our recent record against Brentford is poor, really poor. Guys, hit the likes. We're 6 away from 50 likes, and then I'm gonna open the line. So come on, people, run those likes up. The numbers are increasing in here now. Brentford are trash away from home. They absolutely are, Marlon. Correct. Who on earth plays CDM versus Astana? Dewsbury Hall, maybe. I've got no idea. Yeah, it was a brilliant finish. The way that he cuts in and then just arrows that shot into the corner. It was a real joy. It was a real joy to see. Yes. Run it up. Yeah, I still think you have to wait a bit longer than that. I still think you have to wait a little bit longer than that, in my view. But yeah, right now, let's wait and see. It is a shame, but it's better than him being suspended for that Tottenham game or whatever. Brentford, I think we can get by without Neto. It'll obviously be Sancho and Madueke starting that one. You would imagine. Yeah, no, it's normal to be worried when you're 2 goals down, and like little things start creeping into your mind. Oh, it's another big game where Chelsea haven't turned up, or another big game where we've not been able to get across the line, or whatever it is. Those thoughts do go through your head, but we remained calm, and I had full faith in the boys, full trust in the team that we were going to get this one over the line, and that we were going to get the job done. And that's exactly what we did, and we fully deserved it, guys. We fully deserved it. Honestly, I wasn't concerned when we were 2 down, the quality of attackers we have. Yeah, I know. I always felt like, that even if Spurs had scored 3 or 5 or whatever, we would have scored 6. That's kind of the feeling that I had around the game, that we just weren't going to be struggling. Guys, 4 likes. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Come on, people. Let's run this up now. We're almost there. Honestly, I wasn't concerned when we'd done that. Lavia in, yeah, no, he did. I saw that clip. It was funny. It was funny. The squad is just so likable, so likable. Which is the best thing. Yes, big up, brother, big up, brother. All the best, all the best. Yeah, no, they are the gift that keeps on giving. And yeah, it was a ridiculous game when you think about it, a ridiculous game. But everything we're doing right now is working, and it's paying off. And the best thing about this is this team can still get so much better. We're 4 or 5 months into Enzo Maresca. Think how good this team could be 2-3 years into Maresca. Like the room for improvement we've got is quite scary. It really is. Yeah, I mean, it takes real nerves of steel to do something like that, because you can look very, very stupid if it goes wrong. But everything he's doing right now is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, top player, top player. Yeah, oh yeah. If we were 2 down against Arsenal, I wouldn't have fancied us to come back. But yeah, a goal down, sure, but yeah, not 2. But against Tottenham, you've always got a chance. You've always got a chance. And the way that we played with that calmness, that we're just going to play our football. We're not going to panic here. We're going to stay calm, and the chances will come to us, and we've got the quality to finish them. And that is exactly what happened. Yep, they took a big risk playing both Van der Ven and Romero, and they obviously rushed them back because they both went off injured before the end of the game. So yeah, that really didn't work out particularly well for them on that front. Fair play to the owners for choosing. Yeah, no, so far it's looking like a really good thing. But yeah, guys, I'm going to allow you lot in to have your say. Keep smashing that like button, guys. Run it up, run it up. I'm going to pin the link to the top of the chat, and then you lot can come in and have your say. And hopefully people are going to call in and have their say. People get active in the chat, but then not many seem to come on and have their say. So let's hope that people are going to come in and have a chat about their thoughts on the game. Link is now pinned to the top of the chat, guys. Feel free to come on in. Here it is. It's pinned to the top of the chat, guys. So yeah, make sure you come in. Sancho after the match, everyone on the team talk to me. Practice your shooting. Yeah, look, that's one thing we've always said about Jadon Sancho. He needs to shoot more, and he's been doing that now. And he's scored twice in his last 2 games, and he's adding end products to his game, and it's making a big difference for us. It is making a big difference for us. So yeah, but guys, yeah, the link's pinned to the top of the chat. So come on in, people. There's plenty of people in here. Surely some people want to come in and share their thoughts on the game. Surely they do. Ange played a gamble. He should be doing well. He shouldn't have played. Yeah. Look, if it wasn't Chelsea, I don't think he would have played them. That's the honest truth on that one. If it wasn't Chelsea, I don't think he takes that risk. But was that risk really worth it in the end? We don't know how long those guys are now further going to be out for. So you would have to maybe question the decision making there, but it's certainly so yeah, we're gonna wait and see, people. We are gonna wait and see, but I who's our next Prem games? If we win them and the others look drop, next Premier League matches are what? Brentford on Sunday, then it's Everton away, then it's Fulham on Boxing Day, and then it's Ipswich away just before New Year. And I don't know, and then I don't know what we've got in the new year after that. It was mad. The away end was crazy after obviously Enzo stuck in that third goal. Everything's just going so well for Chelsea right now. Everything is going so well, and there's a lot to like about the club right now. You're not hearing anything negative at all. So yeah, it's really exciting. It is really exciting right now. Really exciting. Yeah, those two games are ones that we need to win, and if we do win those games, then you can definitely say, do you know what, this team has shown has shown real signs of improvement, real signs of improvement. It'll be funny if Chelsea go first and Maresca says we're still not there. Well, let's wait and see. I don't see that happening. No, there's no easy games in the Premier League. None. Not a single one. All teams are capable of taking points off each other on their day. That's the big thing. That's the big thing. Brentford and Everton are huge benchmarks for me. Yep, agree. No, I don't think so. Brentford have not won a single game away from home this season. Not a single one. So yeah, their home form is really good, and that'll be a really tough game when we do eventually go there in the new year. But I mean, right now we are doing very well, very well. Yeah, makes a massive difference. Makes a huge difference. I can see Everton away being our banana skin. Yeah, no, the record at Goodison Park is shocking. We haven't. I don't know the last time we won there. But it's a good few years. I think we've got one win in our last maybe 5 or 6 visits there. Which is not what you want. Absolutely not what you want, because these grounds, it can be really difficult. It can be really difficult to get things right. Can be really difficult to get things right. So I'm hoping that we can make a change there, because it is well overdue. And if we can start, binning these teams, if we can start, ticking these teams off and stuff, then that really is going to make a huge difference. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Brentford play good football at home. They're the second highest scorers in the league. They're doing well. They've scored 31 goals. They've only scored 4 less goals than us. They score a lot of goals. They've let in a lot of goals, but they do score a lot. And look, they're only 4 points behind Man City after 15 games. Brentford are doing well, guys. Yeah, for sure. Well, we didn't. We won at Bournemouth, but it doesn't work like that though. That's the thing, people. It doesn't work like that. By the way, guys, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. It would be great to have some of you guys come in and have your say on the game. It would be a real shame if no one comes in at all and has their say. So yeah, people, make sure you do come on through and have your say on what we saw yesterday and kind of how you're feeling about Chelsea, because right now no one is coming in, which is a bit of a shame, guys. I thought at least some people might come through, but maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah, I mean, look, let's talk Enzo Fernandez, guys, because this guy's return to form has been really key in our recent good form. It's been really key to what we're doing right now. Oh, here we go. Yes, bro, how we doing?
Hey, how's it going, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Yeah, talk to me. What are you feeling? What were your thoughts on yesterday?
So it's good to be here talking to you, Charlie. Uh, first time, long time here.
No, I
Um,
appreciate it.
so as you've seen me in the chat, I can be pretty negative. I'd say I'm more pessimistic than anything, but the way things are going now, I have no concerns. Like it's a weird feeling for after the last 2 years. Maresca just hitting everything perfectly, the right subs, the right tactics. For me though, and I don't want to come off the topic of the Tottenham game,
Yeah.
but is how these owners and directors are going to act in the summer. For me, is how I think the direction of this team's going to go. Are they going to continue to load up on young potential talent, or are they going to go after the obvious holes that need to be filled? And I think we look more like that Liverpool side when Klopp started, before they had Allison and Van Dijk. They were scoring a lot of goals. The defenses was sus. For me, it's how it's going to, if we're going to go in the direction of them or just continue with the youth potential model, which, I think we'll still be competitive and up there. I just don't know if that'll take us over the top to where we're going to be competing for the title year in and year out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's a fair point. I think we've got a good idea, like having seen the recruitment that we've done, is that we probably aren't going to be signing big names in those positions. Will we get a striker? Yeah, we will. Will we get a centre back? Yeah, we will. But I don't think we're going to be signing a Van Dijk caliber of player. I think we will sign someone with a lot of potential. Someone like a Thomas Araujo from a Benfica, for example, is a name is quite regularly linked. I think we could end up with someone like Liam Delap as a striker. Are we going to address the goalkeeping situation? I've got absolutely no idea. We've got so many goalkeepers on the books as it is right now. Are we going to bite the bullet and get another one and realise that, Sanchez is not the guy what people in the club, insist that he is? So yeah, look, I get that point. The summer will tell us a lot about where we're at as a team right now. And the direction we could be going in over the next couple of seasons. But I think we can see now that actually, it might have taken a while to realize this, but a lot of the recruitment has actually been really good. When you sign as many players as we had, there's always going to be a few that don't work out. That's just football. Not every signing is going to work out, but I think on the whole, the recruitment has been pretty good. But yeah, what we do in the summer will have an impact on obviously what we may well do over the next couple of seasons. But I mean, mate, in terms of the game yesterday, what were your thoughts on it? I mean, obviously it was mad. There was a lot going on. I mean, how were you feeling when we went 2 down inside the first 12 minutes?
A lot like most of us. I think we knew we had goals in us. It was just how many and when we can score them, depending on. Luckily, if anything came lucky out of those two scores from Spurs, is that they came very early. So
Yeah.
we think a lot of us fans knew that we had a lot of time to come back from that. Now, if we were going to either draw or get more to where we win, that was the thing that we were unsure about. But just the way this team is purring and Maresca's changes, that change at halftime was just brilliant. Even though I thought Lavia, even though he may have been responsible for the second goal, I'm sorry. I thought he played well. I thought he was doing really well. So to take him off, that just shows Maresca just has confidence in everybody. He can make the big decisions too now. That I think that question is pretty much gone, to where he's bold enough to make those kind of decisions, to pull maybe our best midfielder at the time, to get us going in the right direction.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I think it's just when things are going well, everything you do comes off, and I think that's where Maresca is as a manager right now with us, is that all the decisions that he's making are working out. But it's not by luck this is happening. It's because he's clued into the game. He's switched on. He's tactically there. He's a details guy. he's looking at every little part of the game. And, as you say, making that change at half time, even switching Badiashile and Colwell, making them swap sides so that Badiashile was on his more comfortable left side, and he looked a lot better in the second half than he did in the first half. He didn't look particularly comfortable receiving the ball on his weaker side, and that's obviously something that he probably needs to work on. But yeah, getting the goal back quickly was really key. I mean, I think we've done that in a number of games this season. When we've gone behind, we've struck back pretty quickly. Seem to remember against United, we hit back quickly after conceding. Same against Arsenal. That's a really good sign that, you hit back quickly, and then, you give yourself a real good chance. And when you've got the attacking quality that we have, you're going to create chances. It just depends how many goals can we get. And right now you're sort of thinking, well, we might end up scoring 3 or 4 every game at the moment, the way things are going. But I just wanted to touch on someone who, I'll be honest, in the summer, I wasn't against the signing. I was just a bit unsure of why we actually needed him. But it's safe to say that, it's quite obvious now. Jadon Sancho was brilliant again yesterday. Probably his best performance in a Chelsea shirt. He's now scored in back-to-back games for us in the league. I mean, how impressed have you been by him? Because he was someone that people weren't really sure we actually needed in the summer. And now, he's showing that can be a key contributor this season.
Well, like Felix, I think it was one of those where it was a low risk on our end, because the teams that got him, the teams that got both of them before us, they're the ones that splashed the cash. So
yeah,
it was a very low risk situation, and the talent has always been there. I actually didn't mind it just because of the low risk, high reward that comes with it. And just, I watch a lot of the German league. So I whenever he's cooking at Dortmund, the talent is so obvious, and how United's a mess. So anybody that goes there just goes to crap. But how that kind of talent, it doesn't get flourished at any club, is beyond me, because it's there. It's there to see. So whenever we got him, I knew it was going to come to, and I was going to bring this up too. It was going to come down to how Maresca handled him, and Maresca's man management of everybody on the team has been spot on too. We talk about the tactics a lot, rightfully so. He's they don't call him mini Pep for nothing. Like he's on his tactics like Pep is, but his man management, I think, might be better. If you look at just early signs, it might be better just because of how he's been able to handle Sancho. You see the players like Madueke and Jackson, who had some kind of immaturity last season. You don't really see that anymore. There was a interview with Madueke recently that it was just a total different player when he was talking. He was very assertive, very confident, and didn't say anything, out of line. So I think that Maresca's man management of especially Sancho, because he's the kind of player that you kind of have to wrap your arms around,
Yeah.
And he's just knocked that one out of the park as well. I think that's key. I don't think the same thing would have happened if, everyone had their issues with Poch. I don't even, looking back, he did really well. If you look at those last few games, last year, I think it propelled us to what we're doing now. That's kind of a hot something that people don't want to bring up, but the way we finished that season last year, I think it kind of helped us to where we're progressing this year.
No, I agree on that. That was a concern that I had coming into the new season, obviously with another managerial change. You're sort of thinking, was that momentum we built up over the sort of last half of last season, certainly the last sort of 7-8 games or whatever it was, is that going to all be undone now? But actually, it's not, and we've actually pushed on even further. And the impact that Maresca's had has been absolutely outstanding in terms of the football we're playing, in terms of having an identity, in terms of having a style of play, in terms of how quickly the players have bought into what he's doing. We're really benefiting on all fronts. I mean, Matt, I just wanted to touch on someone else who, since the November international break, has been an absolute revelation for us. He's back in the team. He's scoring goals. He's impacting the game. He looks fully fit for the first time in quite a while. I mean, how impressed have you been with Enzo Fernandez's form recently? Because he's someone that's really divided opinion amongst Chelsea fans over the time that he's been at the club. But right now, he's playing arguably the best football of his Chelsea career. And, we're reaping the benefits of it.
Yeah, I was one of those too that was questioning him. when you look back, it could have been the injury, could have been could have been the misses at home.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors. It seemed like that would have, it looks like it played into his form, and especially like certain positions Poch had him in, and Maresca too. Like he probably didn't play him in his best position at the start of the season, but he found a way to kind of free him up a little more with Lavia and Caicedo, in behind him. That's just worked wonder. Like with Sancho is the same thing with Enzo. Like the talent is there. Like you see the ability, you see the skill. It's just being able to put them in the right positions for them to succeed. And people forget, like, but with Sancho and Enzo, these guys are still young. Like they're still developing in front of our eyes. Price tag, it's unfair sometimes to players, but at the same time, like these guys are still young, so they still need the right coaching, the right.
Yeah, you forget Fernandez is only 23.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people talk about him like he's already like 28 in his prime. Like, no, this guy still has a lot of improvement, but he also needs to be put in the right position. He's not going to be able to just go out there and just be a worldie right now. The price tag, like I said, it's unfair, but there's a lot of expectations come with that price tag. But at the same time, there's context to players, especially with like Fernandez. Like you got to put him in that position to where like how Argentina use him. It's looking like it's the same kind of thing, to where he has the freedom. He still does well in the midfield to go, press, get the ball back. Yeah, people sleep on that too, how good he is at like ball recoveries, just because he doesn't have the blazing pace and athletic ability like a Lavia or Caicedo. The guy's a dog in the midfield, man. Like he'll get it. You just gotta don't isolate him so much, which Maresca's, these recent like few matches kind of found that sweet spot for him.
Yeah, no, he absolutely has. And I think the biggest change to his game is, like, now that he's playing in that sort of number 8 position, is that he's actually arriving in the box now. And that was something that he wasn't doing before. And that's something that's so important playing in that position, is that you do arrive in the box. And now that he's started to do that, he's got 3 goals in his last 4 games, and he's all from arriving in the box. The header against Leicester, the nice volley against Villa, and then obviously this goal yesterday as well. And that's all from making that run from midfield and arriving in the box. And it's just amazing to show that something as simple as just making a run into the box can be so effective for a midfield player. And it really makes a big difference to how the team plays, and a big difference to your game when you obviously have got someone arriving in the box like that, which hasn't been the case. We don't have the most goals in midfield. Lavia is not a goal scoring midfielder. Caicedo is not a goal scoring midfielder. Enzo Fernandez is not necessarily a goal scoring midfielder, but he's got the ability to chip in with, maybe 10 goals a season. And now we're finally starting to see him, add goals and assists to his game. And it just takes his game to another level. And it also really helps the team out. But just last thing, mate, how are you feeling about this week coming up? Obviously, we've got the game in Kazakhstan on Thursday night. I don't know who's going to be going to that. I can't imagine there's going to be too many players that are going to want to make that long trip.
Yeah,
it's going to be real cold there. And then we've also got Brentford on Sunday. I mean, what are your thoughts on the 2 games coming up this week?
The Thursday one for sure. I don't want to see anybody that's going to at least play significant minutes in our Brentford game there. Maybe I think we'll have to play maybe 1 or 2, but for the majority of them, they need to stay home. That's a lot of travel for a big game that we have against Brentford. Somebody mentioned in the chat earlier, they're our bogey team, it seems. And since they've came to the Premier League, that's pretty spot on.
Like we haven't beaten them much.
Yeah, I think it was just Tuchel's second season. We beat them at their ground, and then from then it's just been dormant. But they're not really good, like you mentioned earlier. They're not really good away from their ground, so that gives me hope. Like I said, if we can play the same, basically the team that we rolled out against Spurs, we should have enough to beat them, if not just outscore them. They look like they're on some pretty good scoring form recently, so I think they'll be able to get a goal or 2 against us, unfortunately. But I still feel confident in it. And like I said earlier, like this is happy days, because like I can't say like I've been confident for, especially last season, maybe a little beginning of this season, but like I feel confident going into any game now. Like even if it's against a bogey team like Brentford, or if whenever we go up against Man City or Arsenal again, or Liverpool, I'll feel confident in those too.
Yeah, no, it's a real game changer when you're playing well and things are going well. Is that you are now going to games like before, like last season, even the season before. You're going to games expecting to lose, wondering where the next win's coming from. Now we're in a position where heading into every game, thinking we're going to win, or expecting to win, and that's such a mindset shift, such a mentality shift, which the players deserve credit for, and obviously Maresca deserves an awful lot of credit for it as well. Hopefully, this week, we just get through it, no injuries, we get another 6 points on the board, and then obviously we move on. We got Shamrock Rovers and Everton the following week before Christmas, and then we obviously deal with the fixtures just before the new year. So yeah, look, I think everything's going in the right direction, and there's a lot to be excited about right now. But mate, thank you so much for calling in. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks for the support as well. It means a lot. And I'll catch up with you again soon, mate.
Appreciate it too, man. Keep giving us this great content, dude. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Take care, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day. Right, let's move on to the next caller. Let me just get to a couple of things in the chat, guys. Make sure you're smashing that like button, people. We're on 68 likes. Let's get this up to 80 likes if we can. Keep smashing that like button. It's free. It takes seconds. So, yeah, it'll be greatly appreciated. Let me just get to a couple of bits in the chat, and then I will get to the next caller. I said yesterday that if you have Caicedo and Enzo playing the way he is, you do not need to also start Lavia. No, look, I think... Yeah, look, ideally, you don't want to be playing Caicedo at right back on a regular basis. It's great to have both those options. And yeah, look, I would agree. In certain games, you don't need to be playing Lavia, or you don't need to be playing all three. Caicedo at right back in certain games works fine. I don't think you want to see it all the time. And it's just great to have the options. I don't think it's a ridiculous thing to have said. No, I don't think it's a ridiculous thing at all. Maresca, let them know who's boss. Absolutely. West Ham home on a Monday night, don't mind too much. Brighton away on a Friday at 8 p.m. is long. That's really shit. Oh well, it's what it is. Yeah, Thursday is an 8:30 kickoff. 3:30 kickoff, sorry. I'm not getting too gassed, but this team together for a couple more seasons with some additions might just dominate. Yeah, there's absolutely the potential there. Absolutely the potential there. But let's move on to the next person then. Hello, mate. How are we doing?
Good.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening? Tell me what were your thoughts on the game yesterday?
So I really enjoyed it actually when we went 2-0 down, which was unfortunate really. And then come back from 2-0 down to 4-3, I think it was.
Yeah.
Really well actually.
Yeah. No, we did. We obviously showed good good mentality, good character to come back, good team spirit. And at the end of the day, the good thing is we didn't panic. We got ourselves back into the game quickly as well by getting a goal back through Sancho sort of 5-6 minutes after going 2 goals down. When you go behind, it's all really important to get back into the game quickly, and that's what we did. And we didn't panic either, which is a big change from the last couple of seasons where we would have panicked, if we'd gone a goal down, a couple of goals down or whatever. So that was a positive change. But yeah, who impressed you most yesterday? Who stood out?
I've got to say, like with Palmer, with his the goals that he got.
Yeah.
And of course, Jadon Sancho when he dropped that goal after we went 2-0 down, like you say.
Yeah. No, for sure. And yeah, like we're in a good place right now. Obviously, we're second in the league. We're 4 points off Liverpool, who've got a game in hand on us. Obviously, the gap to the Champions League places is getting bigger, which is the main thing for us. But I mean, what do you think this team can achieve this season? Because I know there's a lot of people like to talk, not necessarily Chelsea fans, but like a lot of conversations about are Chelsea in a title race or whatever. But what do you think is achievable this season for this team?
Yeah, when you say with the title race, I think we'll probably know more after this whole Christmas period
Mm.
on where Chelsea's at this season, to be honest. Because if you would say to me, "Oh, Chelsea would be second by the start this time last season when they were talking or that or end of last season, when they said they were in Restoring and all that, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have believed it to be honest. But looking at it now, I think we have a decent chance. Face, but of course, we still got to think about Liverpool, Arsenal, and City as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, let's just take it game by game and kind of see where we end up. I mean, lastly, mate, how are you feeling about the games coming up this week? Obviously, we've got a long trip to Kazakhstan. Not really sure what sort of a squad or team is gonna end up going there. And then we've got the game against Brentford on Sunday. I mean, what are your thoughts on those two games?
Yeah, I'm feeling quite confident after us with our last games that we've had. I'm feeling quite confident with them. Brentford, I know you were saying earlier that Brentford seems to be our bogey team at the moment, which I've noticed throughout the seasons as well, to be honest. Um, but other than that, I think Conference League we could do quite well in. To be honest, depends what squad the rest puts out, really.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And at the end of the day, we've already qualified in the Conference League, so you don't want to lose games or whatever. But I mean, look, if we send a drastically weakened side, like more weakened than the usual squads that we put out in the Conference League, if we were to lose that game, I really don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, you never want to lose any games, but we're already through. It's a lot of traveling, and it's a bit of an inconvenience if we're being really honest. And in the Brentford one, look, Brentford are scoring a lot of goals. They also let in a lot of goals, and their form away from home is obviously not good. But they can't be taken lightly. They've got some good players, and they could potentially cause us issues like they've caused issues for us in the past. They've won their last 3 games in a row at Stamford Bridge. So yeah, it's that could be a tricky task. But yeah, no, I think we should have a positive week ahead of us. But mate, thank you for calling in. I'm going to move on to the next person. Appreciate your
Yeah,
time and your support.
thanks. Yeah,
Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Cheers.
yeah, you too. Yeah, thanks.
Right then, guys, there was someone in there. They've now disappeared. People, remember the link is still pinned to the top of the chat, so make sure you do come on through if you haven't done so already, guys. And we're 6 likes away from 80. So smash that like button. It's free. It takes seconds to do. And I, of course, would greatly appreciate it. So make sure you are running those likes up. And guys, come on in and have a chat. I'm going to go for probably another 10 minutes or so. So make sure you come on through, guys. Make sure you come on through and have your say. Because there is plenty to say. I'm sure loads of you got some things you'd like to say, or maybe you don't. I don't know. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. If Arsenal and Liverpool go far in the Champions League, it might be an interesting season. Potentially, yeah. But no, you can't do that. You never stop watching. Even if it gets tough, it's the way it goes, isn't it? Sometimes things go well, sometimes they don't. But ultimately, we did do a good job. We did do a good job, people. So that's all we could ask for at the end of the day. We did come back. We made it. We made things happen. So yeah, let's wait and see. The team is just so good, guys. And if we get maximum points in the next 7 games, we go into the top. Yeah, I mean, look, next 7 games, maximum points. I mean, that's a big ask. I think we just need to rein the expectations in. Yeah, of course, but like anyone can make that point. We're like, if we win all our games up until X point, then yeah, look, of course, But look, I try not to look too far ahead. Try not to get too carried away with things because there's no point in doing that. Really, we have the quality to come back from 2-0 down, which isn't the case yet. Agreed. No, I don't think we should be worried about any teams. We've proven so far this season that we are a good match for for any team out there. We're absolutely a good match for any team out there. So why shouldn't we feel, excited about things that are happening? We're absolutely a match for teams out there. Absolutely. We are going to, but there will be the likes of Mudryk, of Dewsbury Hall, and players like that who obviously will make the trip as well. Will we use Christopher Nkunku in this game, for example? I don't know what the travelling party is going to look like. We've got obviously absolutely no idea what that travelling party will look like. So, yeah, we will wait and see on that. We will wait and see. But yeah, look, guys, if anyone wants to call in and have a chat, then please do hit the link at the top of the channel, at the top of the chat. Yeah, look, that obviously they didn't want to take the risk with Lavia. And obviously, yeah, switching Badiashile and Colwell around and then bringing on a natural right back in Gusto, who was going to bomb forward and linked up really well with Pedro Neto, did make a big difference. So yeah, look, everything tactically was spot on from Maresca yesterday. The players did the job, and we did. We're gonna see. We are gonna see. No, Neto is not playing against Brentford because he's suspended. He picked up a yellow card yesterday. That was his 5th booking of the season, which means that he automatically incurs a 1-match ban. The transfer window opening soon. Where would you like to see strengthened in the squad? Look, I think centre back. Obviously, I think if we're going to do any business in January, it will be a centre back. But I think the 3 positions you're looking at, you want a goalkeeper, a centre back, and a striker. And then I think we are good to go and compete. That's the big thing for me. Yeah, that would be what I'd be looking at. Not his worst game. He's refereed for us by a million miles. Not his worst game. He's refereed by a million miles for us. But yeah, obviously he wasn't amazing. What we don't want is pressure building on the squad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think as long as they're shutting out all the external noise, that's the people can say whatever they want, but as long as they don't let that get to them, that is absolutely the main thing. Absolutely the main thing, guys. But what else are we looking at? Yeah, I think Ugachukwu will be recalled. Yep, I think he will be recalled. He's not playing. Wasn't in the squad again for Southampton yesterday. So yeah, I think the chances of him being recalled are very, very high. Very, very high. So yeah, we will see on that front. But yeah, I mean, look, what else is going on? Let's see if there's any other news. Guys, it's your last chance for anyone to come in and have their say on what's been going on. Last chance coming up. Please do come on through. Please do come on through, guys. Guys, keep smashing that like button as well. We're 1 like away from 80. Run those likes up, people. Run those likes up. It's free. Takes seconds to do. And yeah, I would really appreciate it more than you can believe. But yeah, look, guys, how are we feeling about the games coming up this week? We got big games coming up this week. We've got Brentford Sunday. We've got Kazakhstan. We've got Astana away on the Thursday night in the Conference League. So yeah, it's another big week for Chelsea. It's another week in which hopefully we're going to pick up 2 more wins. Everything's heading in the right direction right now. The team is great. everything's going really well. And yeah, it almost feels like things are going dangerously too well for us at the moment. But you know, it is what it is at this point in time. It is what it is right now. I do feel like things are going dangerously too well, but yeah, absolutely, yeah. I believe so. Anyway, that would be my thoughts on it. I think we will send him somewhere else, but let's let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Well, I don't know if he's sold, but he will be going somewhere. Absolutely, he'll be going somewhere. I don't know where, but he's not played at all, so I've got no idea who would take a punt on him or what's going on. But yeah, no, he's finished at Chelsea. He's definitely finished at Chelsea, no doubt about it. So we will wait and see. We will wait and see on that front. We will indeed wait and see. What else is happening here? Who's going to buy? Yeah, I've got no idea. Yep, this is it. No worries, brother. No worries. That's fine. Don't worry about it. When it's fixed up, yeah, come on through when it's fixed up. What else are we looking at here? Yeah, I think that's probably about it. If no one else is going to call in, I will round this one out now. Guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure on the way out, guys, you smash that like button. It's free. It takes seconds. It really does help me out. So please do smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. If you haven't checked out the matchday vlog from yesterday, it was a good one. So make sure you head over to the channel and check that out now. That would be greatly appreciated, guys. And yeah, love for the support as always. I will be back tomorrow with some form of content, whether it's a live show or an upload. Depends how much news there is, but I will be back. And of course, guys, make sure you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Thanks for all the support, people. It is greatly appreciated as always. And yeah, love for the support, people. Who do I think leaves in January? Chukwuemeka, Chilwell, Cassidy. I'd go with those three, I think. But yeah, thank you for the support, people. Check out the vlog from yesterday. I'll be back tomorrow with more content, guys. And yeah, up the Chelsea. Peace out. We're going.